So I'm so excited because me and my girlfriends are going to see Bryan Adams in July in New Orleans. I'm so excited. It's been so long. I mean, I just get up and I do my daily grind. You know, I go to work, I come home, I take my son to work, I go out to eat with my girlfriends every now and again, I make my little videos, and I do the same thing the next day, you know? And that's just kind of the trajectory of my life. And I don't mind it. It has its ups and its downs, like everybody else's life, you know? I do get a little exhausted of a lot of the illusions and the tactics and different things and the pressure that the exterior tries to put on me, but it's something I'm so accustomed to, and I see that now so evidently. But it's been a little while since I've had something in my forward trajectory to look forward to outside of just my purpose and my path that God's got me on. And so it's exciting for me, you know, not to mention Bryan Adams and Pat Benatar. Settle down. I'm not ready. But that said, when I went to dinner with my girlfriend last night and we were discussing things, you know, in reference, I was sharing with her some different things in reference to stories in reference to property management and that company and my boss and different conversations that have been had and different situations that I'm waking up to now and how they were kind of set up around me to get me to respond and act in a certain way. And just none of it worked. And I mean, if they were truly honest, they tell you that. That said, I just wasn't designed to be controlled, especially not moving and operating in a corruptive, deceptive way. That's just not in my genetic makeup. It shouldn't be in anybody's genetic makeup, but I do see the world in the way that it's been manufactured. So it's very easy to get that in your genetic makeup when you plug in type thing. And so I was explaining to her in reference to some of those stories, and she was just kind of like, wow. And I get a little passionate when I talk about it because that's just certain memories that God will not let me forget. And it just is so frustrating to me because I would love to have conversations with these people and put it to bed and move on from this. And I know that it's just not something that most likely is going to happen. And I've come to peace with that. But in reference to waking up to the fact of living in my world that I thought was pure and genuine, waking up to the fact that that wasn't actually the case, and just being so taken back by that moment of reflection, whether that's the company I work for and just how much I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into that to put them where they're at in different ways, and whether that's my previous marriage and all the situation there, all the friends that I had in my life, and then my family, and just all the intricate woven pieces of it all, and just seeing how everything's kind of unraveled in reference to that. It's so interesting to me because it's like it's so hard for me to fathom that there are people in this world that walk like that, and I don't know how. And see, God's kind of helping me understand that, like, Amanda, not everybody's like you. Okay, not everybody sees life the way that you do, and that's okay. And not everybody understands the reality in reference to, like, what you pour out into this world is what you will get back, some way, shape, or form. And it's just in everything. It's in your thoughts. It's in what comes out of your mouth. Like if you talk negatively about somebody or you think negatively about somebody, like in different ways, that's going to kind of whip around and come into your life, whether that's with your health, whether that's through financial situations, whether that's within your love relationships, whether that's in your marriage, whether that's in your friendships, whether it's in your community. Like it's just going to kind of whip around, you know? And so it's one of those things where it's like, it's just so unique to me to see. And I was explaining to her in reference to my family, you know, like I feel sometimes like I'm on just a little gerbil wheel, you know, living in this Truman Show, to say the least. And it's just unique to me because it's like deep within the pit of my heart, if I was truly honest with myself and looked at the full trajectory of my life, of the 41 years that I've been on this earth, and looking at the experiences and the connections that I had with my family and friends and stuff like that, it was all very surface level. All of it was very surface level. And I was always kind of chastised out in different ways. And I just never wanted to see it before, because I just wanted to be validated, in a lot of different ways. And I wanted to be heard and I wanted to be seen. So then because I wasn't being heard and seen, I just became very quiet and just did a lot of things internally, with my thoughts. And so I was kind of explaining that to her in reference to my childhood and stuff like that. And, coming to the realization that I'm surrounded by people in a lot of different ways that just are more worried about their image that they uphold in this world, whether it's a lie or not. They're more worried about their image, and more worried about the truth coming out. And I could see that because it's some heavy truth. It's some heavy truth. But if I was truly honest, I know that there's people in this world that would just prefer me be 10 feet under. And some of them are very close to me. Some of them are blood. And you know how hard that is to swallow? And so it's one of those things, and yet they pretend to not be that way to your face. But you could see through that mask. You can see through that veil because it's just an image they're trying to uphold, And so I think we see that on the grand scale in reference to all the politicians, everything that's falling, all the truths that are coming out, all the sporadic, chaotic choices and distractions and manipulations. And so it's just across the board, and everybody's kind of scrambling in their own way to carry that false facade, that fake mask. For example, even Erica, and so it's just one of those things where it's like, if you find yourself on the fence where you're more concerned about carrying on your false facade and your fake mask, just understand that eventually that's going to fall because it's fake. It's false. Anything fake and false wasn't designed to be worn. Truthfully, it wasn't designed to be worn. Why would you want to wear something fake and false? You need to wear what you are and own it and love it. Love it. See, we have so many people in this world that do not love themselves. And because they do not love themselves, they pour out into this world what they pour out into this world. And until people start learning to love themselves, they're going to continue pouring out really nasty things into this world because they don't feel good within their heart. They don't feel good within their soul. They don't have peace in who they are. They don't understand who God is and what Jesus Christ did on the cross for all of us. For all of us. Whether you believe Air Force One is heaven or not, it's still the same for you, brother. It doesn't change. Because we're all uniquely and beautifully made. Flaws and all, mistakes and all, truths and all. And you gotta come and you gotta, what's the word? Cleanse. Cleanse yourself. Accept accountability, accept responsibility. And then go in and change. Start doing what's right. Stand up for what's right. For you, for your generations to come, for your legacy, for your community, for your loved ones, for your businesses, for everything. And so it's just one of those things. You have to get to that place in your walk, however it is you do, whenever you do, if you do. That's totally your free will. That's totally your free choice. But you can't be mad at other people that don't walk the same as you, carrying a false facade, a fake mask, more worried about the status quo, more worried about money, power and greed, clicks, followers, status, data points. All of that is just an illusion. It truly is. All of those number schemes are just an illusion. It really is. It gets down to what's in here, in your heart, what's in here, in your mind, what you pour out into this world, what comes out of your mouth, how you treat people just in general connection, whether it's a gas station attendant or the people that pick up your trash, they're all the same. They're all the same, whether it's the people that work at McDonald's or it don't matter. It does not matter. They're all the same. And yet people in this world think people are beneath them, but it's just crazy to me because that's not the truth. And when you start adopting that methodical thinking, then you have now lowered yourself beneath those people. It's just the ebb and flow. It's the universal laws of code. It just is. And I know a lot of people don't think like me, and that's okay. I respect that.